Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I thought that now it's a good evening to sit down and make a video, and this time I'm making a mini mail. Some of you who are following me over to Instagram, I recently posted this picture with mini mail. Unfortunately, I cannot show you now what I'm going to make. I don't have anything left because those went into the mail and it has been sent out. But I have this die from AliExpress. Oh, it's over here. And it's basically this kind of die. It's like about 5 inches long, and when you have cut it out you have to make the cover flap, but it has these items in. So I'm going to make like a super mini mail. Like you can see, this is going to be so tiny, about almost 2 inches long or wide. And then I'm going to do maybe a slightly bigger mail, but I'm going to use this teeny tiny, let's see, this is 4 by 4 inches. I have purchased this from my local bookstore like a year ago maybe, but I just love it. It would be really nice for Valentine's themed mail, but Valentine's has gone past, and anyway, it doesn't matter anymore, but I'm still going to make something with that. So let's grab a die cutting machine and I'm going to start making the templates, and then I will be back with you. Okay, so I made quite a lot of this. I'm not going to use everything on this video, but I wanted to have several options. And then I also made different colored of these I don't really know what is this, like a flip that goes on top of the mailbox. I tried to use double-sided paper because when I was doing my first mailboxes I used single-sided, and yeah, it's more fun when it's double-sided when you open the mailbox and there's also some color inside. So let's leave that on side. Back. I haven't used this mini mail die because it would be really fun, but it cuts all the letters individually. Like here you can see how hard it could be. Like this letter E, this letter I was inside of that, and it's this tiny, like it's almost impossible to work with those. Of course you can use like tools with it, but I don't know what to do with that. And yeah, now we are going to make the top flap, and yeah, it's can be a little bit tricky because I don't have, I may not have the papers, like same colored papers for all of them, but we're not going to let that get into our way because we can still cooperate something. Like it can be really fun if it actually is multiple colored. And I try not to use new paper when I'm doing this kind of like small projects, because this will be going into like a scraps box and it will be forgotten. So what I usually do, I have all these scraps like a left side of my table. Usually it's left side because I don't use it. And there is all these kind of paper scraps. That is really hard word for say. All these things. Actually, there's also a chipboard. So I leave them here because when I'm going to craft again, I usually start with this pile so that I won't be in the situation where I have so much like scraps and I feel like unmotivated to use them. I have been no spending a month since January. I haven't bought any like a scrapbooking, like a paper things, even though only this what is it called, A1 paper, like you know, this really large paper of this cardstock, but I haven't bought anything like pattern papers. Only thing that I have been starting to purchase is AliExpress dies, and I try to limit that as well because yeah, it's not the most like best thing to do, and I know I have several dies anyway, but I feel like sometimes I'm lacking something or I would like to create some project but I don't have a certain die for it. But anyway, no spending has been really good and I have actually been using more my my scraps and like fell in love with them more. I feel like because I usually want to start new packages and always have something new, and it's not really like a sustainable thinking. Also not sustainable for my wallet. And I'm a student still. I should be graduating on this year. But yeah, it's really good to start thinking about life more. Okay, I haven't written down any measurements what kind of this flap should be. AliExpress on this side, it had some measurements what kind of size the flap should be, but then it also said that it varies a little bit, these mailboxes, that every people doesn't get the exact size of mailbox. So the measurement that was on their like store page, it wasn't suitable for my mailbox. So I think I have to make this all again. Like, of course I know this is, I cannot read inches at all. Okay, I'm really bad at this, but I'm going to make this flap and I'm going to write it down and I will be back with you soon. Something. I feel like I don't have any small papers to write down. Let's take this one. So it's one and how do you say that? Is it like a 3 corners of an inch? So those are the measurements. Now I'm just going to make them more while I'm waiting my hot glue gun. First of all, how I'm going to start this is just putting glue on these parts. And I just let that dry first. I love to use hot glue gun like a lot, but it's also so tricky. Like it gets so messy easily, especially if I'm doing like layering embellishments. But it's so easy. I'd like to know what are you guys up to? What has been on your mind lately? This is slightly more small actually. I will have to cover that somehow. Yeah, I have to say I'm for a couple months actually I have been feeling quite frustrated for distance studying. But actually the thing would be the same even though there wouldn't be any coronavirus, because this is my final year and usually final years are like remote studying, so it basically doesn't matter. But I miss my schoolmates and I miss the community with what you have when you're studying. And yeah, I don't know where the heck it cut me off. But anyway, yeah, other than remote studying, my life is pretty good, and everything is going great, and I have been doing well, and we both have been healthy, so that's really good thing. I'm going to make one more because I want to use different colors. How about this? So yeah, I will have to find something to cover this, and I actually know already what I'm going to do, so I'm going to grab this again. take some scrapbooking piece and I could actually use also these alphabet ties. I'm looking here. And I'm going to place it here so we can maybe cover this. So I don't know, this somehow makes me laugh a little bit. It looks so fun. It looks a little bit like a hen, but then now when it's coming together more, it actually brings my mind those piñatas. I'm not even sure if I pronounced that right. It is piñata or pinhata? I think it's piñata. But actually you're not supposed to kick or hit this mailbox. So okay, I think actually that is so fun. And I'm just going to place this, whatever this is called, flip tag, I don't know. I'm just going to place it like on top here, because now I cannot make a hole anymore. Or maybe I could, but I don't know. It's late now. So that's, I think that's ready. I don't know. I'm probably going to use this alphabet die cut still. I haven't been using them like in months, but I'm just going to speed up the process again and I will be back with you soon.